Do you want to achieve a lot more? Do you want to do a lot more than what you're doing right now? Like, do you have a ton of goals and a long to-do list and all these ideas, but you don't have much time to do everything you want? You're not seeing as much progress as you would like, and you feel like you're working hard, but nothing's really, like, needle is not moving for you. Do you feel like that? Because for a long time, I was in that situation. I was so stressed out about it. Like, there were so many things I wanted to do, right? And I would do a lot. Like, I felt like I was working overtime for what I wanted and my dreams and my goals. But at the end of the day, I would go to sleep feeling like I didn't have anything. Like, nothing really worked for me. Nothing really changed. And so every day I had to wake up and then go to work. Didn't want to go to work. And then come back and work as hard as I can and try to figure something out. But nothing really worked out. I'm doing, like, literally every single thing I know to do. Nothing's working out. Stressed. Back to work. Watching YouTube videos, trying to figure out the formula, getting all these new steps, trying every single thing out, still nothing's working out. I felt stuck. And if you're in that situation, like if this sounds familiar to you, I'm going to give you one idea that's going to get you unstuck and going to obliterate all the stress you feel with this big ambition and actually help you make crazy tons of progress in your life starting today if you use what I'm going to tell you. Alright, but before we get into that, who am I? My name is Faith, and my goal is to help entrepreneurs, creators, and high achievers reach their goals by teaching you how to take action, stay consistent, and make your goals happen. In this video, like I said before, I'm going to give you one key concept that will change the game for you, that'll help you make progress, 10 times more progress than you've been making right now in life, obliterate your stress, and just change your life, okay? So what is this idea? It is the 80-20 rule, okay? So what does this mean? 80-20 rule basically means 80% of outputs comes from 20% of inputs. So 80% of things you get comes from 20% of things you do. Alright, I'll give you some examples. 80% of the world's wealth is held by 20% of the people. 80% of crime is done by 20% of criminals. And you can even inverse this and say, you wear 20% of your wardrobe 80% of the time. Now, obviously, the formula is not always 80-20. There's always different variations, but the gist is the big things come from the small things. So what does this mean for you? It means if you want to achieve your goals, if you want to use your ambition in a way that does not stress you, you've got to figure out the 20% of things that you should be focusing on. Do not focus on a big list of things. Do not have all these goals you want to reach. Figure out the most important goals you want to reach. Figure out no more than 3 goals you want to focus on this year, and then figure out what are the smallest things you can be doing right now that would make the biggest impact on those 3 goals, and then focus on doing those things every single day. And so what happens is, when you get that clarity to figure out what exactly matters to you, what you're going to spend the year on, and then what are the few key behaviors that are going to give you the biggest results, now there's no more big list of things you gotta do. You're not trying all these different ideas. You're not doing so much. You're not overwhelming yourself with all this work. You're focusing on just a few things every single day, which means you're going to have more time to focus on what matters. You're gonna have more time to focus on what matters rather than trying to find like these small things that you think are gonna push the needle. Instead, you're diving deep into what actually matters. So for example, let's say you want to start a business and you thought, okay, well first I need to learn business and then get a logo and then get my LLC and then figure out taxes so that when I get my money, I won't be worried about taxes, and then I need to hire a personal assistant, and then I need to send emails to people. Like, you might be thinking about all these things, right? And that is why you're getting overwhelmed, because that stuff is not going to push the needle. You can spend a lot of time on those things and literally not make any money. And that is going to stress you out. But what if you just figured out, okay, I want to start a business this year. What are the 3 most important things I can do? Okay, well, I can create a product. That's 1. I can get it in front of people. That's 2. And I can sell it. That's 3. So instead of going from, okay, I gotta get an LLC, I gotta go taxes, I gotta send emails out, and I got an email account, and I also gotta get a logo, and I got, no. Now you're focused on service, get in front of people, sell it. That sounds so much easier, so much simpler, so much more straightforward than all the other things you think you gotta do. And it only came from that simple clarity, that peace, not peace, but I would say that direction only came from asking yourself what actually matters and will push the needle for you. And I feel like we don't take the time to sit down and ask ourselves those questions. What really matters? What should we really be doing? Because that's a hard question to ask. But if you ask it and sit with it for long enough, you will get the answer. And if you can't find the answer, look it up. Search for it. You think I just found out the 3 biggest steps to business is to have a service, get in front of people, and sell it? from just my thoughts. No, I literally read the book by Dan Kennedy. And he just spelled it out for me. I said, oh, that's so true. I'm just gonna focus on those 3 things. And by doing that, my business I start finding clients. But just shifting my focus to the 3 most important things. So if you want to actually make progress in your life, if you want to stop being so stressed out about all these things you're doing, because I know you're working hard, but you're not seeing any results. If you want to change that, first of all, be very specific about what you want to accomplish this year. Do not have more than 3 goals. 2 is better, 1 is best. If you have more than 3 goals, nothing's going to get accomplished. That is the rule of the law of diminishing returns. The more you try, the less you will do, but the more things you have to focus on, the less attention you can give to any of those things. But the less things you focus on, the more attention you can give to them, the more they're going to grow, alright? So figure out the 3 most important goals you want to achieve this year, okay? This year, you gotta be committed, and it's going to be hard to pick a goal that you want to focus on for an entire year, okay? Average people, they can't do that because they're always overwhelmed and scared that they're gonna make the wrong choice, and there's all these choices, and they want to get the right one. But if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, a successful creative, a successful high achiever, you have to do what average people don't do, and you have to commit to something that matters to you. Alright, think about Gordon Ramsay. He committed to cooking, and now look at him. He could have picked so many different things, but he picked the cooking, and now he's great. Think about Beyonce. What did she choose? Singing, and that's all she focused on. And guess what? She's one of the best. Okay, so if you want to be up in that level, you gotta make those hard choices and pick the few things you're gonna focus on. You're gonna give all your energy to, and then when you have that figured out, now here's another hard question: what are the 3 most important things you can be doing on that to make the most progress? And when you figure that out, just do that every single day for the rest of the year, and I promise you, you will see progress. You'll no longer be stressed out because you're not doing all these extra things. You just focus on the few things that matter, and you'll actually change your life. Alright? So hopefully this video made sense to you. If you liked it and you watched this far, you might as well go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because I do make videos like this every single day because I want to help you reach your goals. Alright? And comment below what goals you're going to focus on this year, and what are the 3 most important things you're gonna be doing? Like, what are the 3 most important behaviors you're gonna be doing to get the most results? And if you need help figuring it out, let me know in the comments, and we can figure it out together, you know? But as always, remember, take action, stay consistent, make your goals happen, and I will see you later.